There are many factors that influence taste, such as smell, but some studies have even found that depending on what cutlery you use or the price of the product can help determine whether you think something is yum or yuck. We decided to get some people in the AsapSCIENCE office and do some tests on them using wine to see how their taste buds actually worked. In the first taste test, we took an expensive bottle of French white wine and paired it with a cheap bottle. We tested whether our friends could identify the expensive wine.
Not bad.
It's not great.
It just tastes kind of cheap.
It's really bad.
This one looks more like pea.
It doesn't necessarily smell expensive, if that makes sense.
And this one's less flavorful.
Somebody's getting ripped off.
Like, I almost feel like this one, in a way, could be this one just with some water in it.
This one is the expensive one.
The more expensive one.
I'm gonna go with that one.
I'm going with that one.
This one. You're right. Yes.
Oh. Well, that's good. I like the expensive one more.
Well, yeah, it tastes better.
What? You would expect the expensive stuff to be much more superior than the cheap stuff, but in a study of over 6,000 blind tastings, no one could tell the difference. There was actually a negative correlation with the price, and overall the people like the cheap stuff more. However, if people think the wine is more expensive, it changes their perception. In another study, an experimenter took the same wine and put one in a fancy, really expensive looking bottle and another in an ordinary bottle. Although being served the same wine, the wine tasters actually described the fancy bottled wine as complex, balanced, and woody, and the cheap-looking one as weak, flat, and faulty. In our second test, we dyed 2 different types of white wine with food coloring to make it look red. We asked them to identify the expensive red wine, but both the wines were similarly priced. We wanted to see if they would notice that it was white wine disguised as red.
Oh, that one's so smooth after the white.
It smells like normal red wine.
So not a very complex flavor, which sometimes I expect from red wine.
There's like not a lot of body to it. It's very, very light.
That tastes like white wine to me. Am I losing my mind here?
Merlot or Syrah, something sweeter. And that Cab, maybe?
I would guess a Pinot Noir.
This is like mixed drink.
I don't think it's red wine. You've put food coloring in it, haven't you?
Oh, that's why it looks weird.
What? Yo, Oracle.
No, I'm not surprised to hear that because it's actually quite thin.
You got me. It literally, I thought it was red wine.
You fooled me.
We were really surprised by the results of this test. Barely anyone figured out that it was white wine, and it shows you how important color is with your perception of taste. Our brilliant, beautiful participants should not be upset because actually even expert sommeliers can make the same mistakes. A study of 54 wine experts found that when they dyed white wine red, these wine experts would start describing the wine with the characteristics of a red. It sort of makes sense that we get fooled when you think that our sense of smell is 10 times slower than our visual detection. In this test, we gave them 2 glasses of the same wine. Will they be able to tell?
When I think of rosé, I think of Rick Ross.
These look fizzy. I don't know if rosés are generally fizzy.
Yeah.
A little flowery.
It looks a little lighter in color.
This looks lighter than that to me.
This one smells powerful. And this one's also fizzy.
It smells almost exactly the same.
This smells like its older sad cousin.
I feel like the one that's in front of me may be a little bit more potent.
Are these coolers?
This one, because it tastes like there's alcohol in it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's obviously better.
This one.
This one.
I think it's the same one.
They might be the same. I think it's the same.
Are they the same? Okay, wait. Hold. They are? What?
Oh, no! You're messing with me.
Gallo family tricksters.
I feel like such a fool for all the things I've said about this wine.
Well.
This one was really fun and surprising for us to watch. We did not expect people to be so passionate about one as opposed to the other, and it really shows you how perception and influence can make you taste different things. It reminded us of a concept known as choice blindness. A 2010 study asked participants to try 2 different types of jam. They then selected whichever one they thought tasted the best. They were offered to taste the one that they selected as their favorite again, but were actually given the one that they didn't select. Only 20% of the participants noticed that they weren't tasting the right jam. Researchers believe that this has to do with expectation. The participants aren't expecting to be tricked. Similar to the test where we dyed white wine red, if you expect it to taste red, it will. And for example, we gave them the same wine, but if you expect it to taste different, it will. Tell us what you think, expert sommeliers. Do you drink wine or spend a lot of money on wine? Does this change the way that you're gonna move forward? Let us know any other tests you want us to do on people, and follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter, and subscribe to ASAP Thought for more videos like this. Peace.